Hi everyone, I hope all of you all had a really nice week which has passed by. And my today's thought, or my today's, you can say, the topic is something about people who change their behavior occasionally. Or, have you come across these people who are like suddenly nice, suddenly until their thing has got done, and then they start showing true colors? Or you might have even heard, or even been with such people who are nice until their work is done, and then they go back to their actual nature. And then the people say also, "Arey, this person's nature is only so and so way. It was a bad idea to even trust such a person." So, recently, this whole topic came into my mind because one of the sermons that I was listening in the church, where, there was this a bit of description on human nature or nature in general. And in that, one of the explanations which was given is, example which was given is, a snake, there is some thing, you say, no matter how much of milk you give to a snake, it is finally going to give out poison only, because that is the snake's nature, right? No matter how much you take care of it, try to be good to it or whatever, not harm it, or maybe keep, feeding milk and all. But at the end of the day, a snake by its nature is supposed to be poisonous. So every time it is going to throw out something, it is going to throw poison only. And I have come across some people who are of a similar nature, right? No matter how nice you are to them, they might be nice to you for certain time, and then they are like, showing the true colors. That is their true nature. Might be a poisonous one, like how snakes are. So it is that. And if, as a person, sometimes I think we need to be a bit more careful, because, we assume, sometimes we are taught also, they say, you be nice to people, people are gonna be nice to you, and a lot of stuff like that. But if someone's nature is only bad, okay, for certain amount of time, he or she might suppress that nature, that evil, or whatever you can say, poisonous, dangerous nature that they might suppress it. Why? Because the opposite person is being good, so they're just suppressing. But if they are coded that way, and if they are built that way, or if their mentality is that way, their nature is, not a really good one, at some point it is gonna come out, because they are that way. Maybe it is not even God knows whose fault it is that people are a certain way. So in this case, the ones who are dealing with them sometimes might come out as foolish. I have heard so many people saying, I was so nice to him, I was so nice to her, and still she did so and so thing to me, or still he did something bad to me. And I'm like, isn't it the person was supposed to be that way? Many people said it, you have heard it from others also, that so and so person is this way. But no, I was nice to him, no, so why he had to do whatever that he has done, the bad thing. So in this whole scenario, right, where we are doing nice and the other person doesn't give that niceness back, and we feel that, we were wrong, we treated somebody in a really nice manner and we didn't get that nice treatment back. The whole thing again comes down to the nature. The nature is, that person's nature by default is bad. Okay, by default he or she is somebody who hurts others, who is greedy, who has something bad in him or her. And when you're dealing with such people, you have to keep it in mind that no matter how much I do good, I cannot expect good coming from there, from the other side. Similarly, like how it is with snake, no matter how much milk you give it to it, or you might somewhere down the line, nurture it, this and that, but at a certain point, the nature might come. The nature might overtake all the goodness. So yes, it's again that snake example is just an example, not a thing like, no, not saying something bad to the to the reptile, but it's just an example that when something is designed in a certain way, it is gonna function that way. If a person has designed himself or herself in a certain way, has made, you know, has kept herself in a certain way that, or her thinking, or his or hers, whoever the person is, the thinking is bad, the internal, the way the things coming out from inside are bad, then the person is going to be that way, right? You, just because you are somebody from out trying to be good, you cannot then simply expect that good will come back to you. You can put an effort if you want, but you know, keeping that thing in mind, okay, now things will change, the person will change. I don't know, even maybe, sometimes anybody who, if you're looking after any pet, the pet is gonna not always harm you, right? Or might never harm you. But that's not the true nature, right? It might not harm you, but at some point in time, if it has something, something bad associated with it, or by default they are created for producing something bad, then it is definitely gonna act per its design. So we as other person or the opposite person, okay, dealing with people, right? So if you know somebody is in a certain way, like, over a period of years, knowing the person for 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, whatever, you come to know that this person's nature is so and so. You cannot expect that, overnight the person is going to change. Over a few months, the person is going to change. Person might suppress its nature for some time, for some years. Drastic change comes in certain people. I don't know how valid it might be or might not be, but generally, the true colors we say, right? No, no, now the person is showing the true colors. Now the person is showing this and that. So that person was always like that. It's just that it was masked for some time, and now its actual nature is coming out. So yeah, while dealing with people, okay, while dealing with people, be very careful, because people are who they are. You have to accept it, and you have to, best is you have to act accordingly, is what I feel, so that you don't come out as a foolish person, right? So I'll leave you all with this for this weekend, and yeah, be careful while dealing with people always. See you next week. Bye bye.